Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. The defendant might not be able to control the courtroom, but he does know how to shut down Zoom. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
Okay, we want to do Mr. Wilson next. Where's the file? Okay, this is case number 260-00271 People State of Michigan versus Darius Wilson.
Morning, Your Honor. Courtney Rosen on behalf of people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kathleen Solomon on behalf of Mr. Wilson. We can consent to Zoom.
Mr. Wilson, tell us your name.
My name is Darius Wilson.
All right, so Mr. Wilson, we're on Zoom today with you and counsel. And today, apparently, let's see. This is for an unlawful driving away of a motor vehicle. So I'm assuming we're still at the probable cause conference stage. And last time we were here, we adjourned it to discuss some discovery issues that could resolve the case. But how did that work, Ms. Solomon?
It did not work, and we are asking for an exam.
Okay. How many witnesses for this UDA?
I don't know.
Two witnesses. Yeah, I was asking her. She said two. Two witness exam.
Correct.
How about August 19th?
That's fine, Your Honor. And then, Judge, in the meantime, if my client decides a waiver is appropriate, I'll pursue that and present it to the court if the prosecutor agrees.
Okay, that's fine.
And Your Honor, as long as we're on the record, my client would also like for you to review his bond and see if you can lower it.
See if I can lower it. Okay. And what would be the reason for that?
He would like me to ask for you to review it. He feels that it's too high.
Okay, but that's not the standard. Too high is not the standard.
I understand, Your Honor.
I'll look at it. Let's see.
I'm here. So what they doing now? They have me here 3 weeks. And I'm just now seeing my PCT. Now they saying August.
What are you saying, Mr. Wilson? I can't hear you.
Because this was supposed to have been already over in January, and my discovery pack came in, and they see that the person is sitting there basically lying on me, and I'm still in jail for somebody giving me permission to use their vehicle, and then he got mad and wanted to try to report it after he didn't give me.
Mr. Wilson, this is your lawyer. Everything you're saying can be used against you, so don't talk, okay?
Well, you were supposed to give me a personal bond today, and you ain't doing what
No,
you're
sir.
supposed.
Wait, just a minute.
This is not
She
right.
can't get you a personal bond.
Thank you.
Well, this is not right.
Ask for it. It's not up to her.
I wanted her to ask for one, and she should ask for a lower bond. That's not what we discussed, though. We actually asked for the court for a personal bond.
Sir. I don't know if you think you're controlling this, but you're not.
No, ma'am, I don't. I don't think I'm controlling it. But we talked. Me and my lawyer
But
talked.
you're not listening to me.
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, because I'm in control of the bond. So for you to be yelling at your lawyer about not getting you a personal bond, that's not proper procedure. All she can do is ask. And she's going to ask for what she thinks is reasonable under the circumstances. And I don't know whether or not you should even have a personal bond. I haven't looked at this. This bond was set by the magistrate. Yes, I can re-review it, but I'm going to look and see why they set what they set. There's some notes here talking about. Is there a co-defendant on this? Nope, says something about cocaine and heroin, needs help with a drug habit. Pending in 36th District Court, there was something, but he was released to Oakland County. Then it says they were looking for a $50 cash as surety bond, something about shoplifting.
That case got dismissed.
Looking for a low cash bond with 10%. Okay. So the pretrial services report, defendant was unable to provide references. They couldn't verify the information, but he reported to be single, 34 years old, 3 children, 11, 11, and 10. He says he was residing at the Embassy Motel for the past 2 weeks. Prior to this, he was homeless. Upon release, he reported he would reside with his aunt in Detroit. He said he worked at the embassy as a housekeeper for the past 2 weeks. He was unable to report how many hours he works, what he earns, or when he last worked. He disclosed he did not believe he would retain this employment upon release. He's been getting some SSI benefits since he was 9. He reports substance use and mental and physical health concerns. Court records indicate he has numerous pending matters, both in and out of Oakland County. A detailed criminal history accompanies this report. Let's look at that. They look at all of the pretrial factors, including his release status, his prior convictions, his history of any fails to appear, whether or not this was violent or not, how long he's been at a stable residence, whether he was employed or is a primary caregiver, student, or disabled, and whether he has a substance use disorder, and whether or not this is a felony. These are all things they look at in making a bond recommendation. He reported alcohol and cocaine and heroin use daily. He'd been tried alcohol at 18 and cocaine and heroin at 33. He came from the Detroit detention facility. He was transferred to Oakland County Jail for this matter. He says he was unaware of warrants. So let's see. Of course, he has this case, but there's also out of 36th District Court from March 12, 2026, receiving, concealing a motor vehicle pending. Failed to appear at exam on April the 7th. And he had a personal bond, by the way, on that and didn't show up. And a warrant was issued. Then they got him back on May 12th, set a PCC for 5/21. From January 27th of this year, out of Hamtramck, another receiving and concealing stolen property pending. Got a personal bond on that. And apparently that's set for show cause on 5/21, not why. January 27th, there is out of Hamtramck a possession of drug paraphernalia and a suspended license. That's pending. They have a pretrial for 5/8. This was set for 5/18. January 14th, 2026, out of 36, drove while unlicensed. Failed to appear on March 13th. He got a warrant. Then they set that aside on 5/12. Out of Canton, Ohio, court from 2024. Possession of fentanyl and some strangulation charge. Got another matter out of Akron, Ohio, on a stolen property, unavailable disposition. a domestic violence out of Ohio from 2024. That disposition is not available. Got some kind of theft out of Ohio from 2024. That he pled guilty or was found guilty.
Pleasurable.
So basically, some of these others are just unavailable. He's got warrant out of the 43rd District Court, Hazel Park, for retail fraud, 3rd degree.
That was dismissed.
Because it says here, he didn't appear at sentencing. It says pretrial held, pled guilty February 19th of 2026 and was set for sentencing. Then he didn't appear at the sentencing on March 26, 2026, and a warrant was issued. So it doesn't say anything about it, was dismissed.
I appeared there. Y'all took me. Oakland County took me there. On last 2 weeks ago, I went there from here. They transferred me to Hazel Park for the retail fraud. I pleaded guilty. He threw the case out. He gave me 17 days credited with 72 days over my head. With a full sentence of 93 days I was supposed to serve on that.
Sir, but that's not throwing the case out there.
No, he
Throwing
said
the
if I
case-
get, he told me that the case was thrown out, and he said if I get into any more trouble, that's
Sir,
what would
if
be
you
held.
pled guilty, the case is not thrown out.
Oh, that's what he told me. I'm sorry. He gave me a yellow sheet.
I don't know who he is.
The judge, ma'am.
No, I'm sure he didn't say that.
He gave me a yellow sheet with some days served and 72
Okay.
something. I don't know.
All right, let's see. And then there's this case that, of course, he had a warrant out. And then there's something in Ohio for burglary, probation violation warrant. And then there's a warrant in Ohio from 2024 for domestic violence. Pickup in state owner. People, what's your response to the motion?
Your Honor, I would have brought to your attention all of those warrants that you just read into the record. I have significant concerns that we would be able to get the defendant to appear in court based on his history of failing to appear on multiple matters in this state and in Ohio. Additionally, his admitted drug use and his lack of a stable residence makes me concerned that he would not have a place to go and therefore would not appear in court, as well as the ties to Ohio. I'd ask the court to keep the bond as it was said.
Yes. All right, got this part.
Ms. Solomon, did you want to add anything?
Can we cancel this, huh?
No, Your
Proceed.
Honor, you've read that
Oh,
all
that's-
into the record.
All right,
Oh.
and his bond currently, I think it's $5,000 cash or surety. Doesn't seem unreasonable considering what I just read.
Thank you for your consideration, Your Honor.
Yeah, we'll just continue. Okay. That'll conclude the matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.